Sometimes in life, the dog bites. In my case, literally. But it also set me on an unexpected journey to joy. Join us from Little Joy as we share stories of, well, joy. Because after all, Joy is my middle name. Really. Hi, this is Allison Joy, the host of Joy is My Middle Name, and we are back with a brand new episode. And I'm very excited about this one because this is a bit of a fangirl moment for me. We're here with founder of Dallas Girl Gang. Her name is Amanda Smith, and we're shooting, of course, in Little Joy. And thank you so much, Amanda, for joining us. It's pouring down rain, and you drove all the way, and I'm just really thankful.
I got here right before the rain started, so I'm more than happy to be here, and I adore you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, same. Real fast. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's your drink of choice?
Iced vanilla latte, half sweet.
Okay.
I gotta taste the coffee.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was a little sweet. I have just a plain oat milk latte.
Okay.
Just ready to go.
Love it.
I know.
I can't jive with oat milk. I can't do it. But I'm so happy for the people that can. I'm glad it's available.
It's me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we met like a month ago.
Yeah.
But I have been following you online secretly like a stalker. Not really, but just like oh my gosh, for a very long time. And this is kind of a full circle moment because just last night I went to a supper club with Dallas Girl Gang. I had such a great time. I got to meet a female owner of Killer Joy, Christine. We went and had a glass of wine. Like, just this is the world I want to live in all the time. Mm-hmm. And we're going to dive into that and how you created Dallas Girl Gang. But let's back it up.
Yeah.
Amanda, tell us who you are. Like, tell us how this started. Tell us your journey.
Oh gosh, I grew up here. I'm a Dallas girl. I grew up in the suburbs, and my background is really music. Oh. I grew up singing. I picked up the guitar. I picked up piano. So music is really my background, which a lot of people don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and so musician by trade. Went to a small school in Arkansas for college called Washoe Baptist University. It was like 2,000 people total.
Oh my gosh.
Went and got a music education degree, went into teaching, and taught elementary music for almost 7 years. I taught for a couple of years in Arkansas, and then we moved back to Dallas in 2016, my husband and I, and taught in Dallas and in Richardson for several years. I love kids. I still do. I have a child now. But I grew up like helping in church and with children's ministry, and I would intern in the different departments. And then teaching was really fun until it wasn't.
I've heard that a lot. Yeah.
So especially, I was teaching when COVID started and happened. And then after that, things really changed.
Yeah. So season 1 of this evolution of this podcast was called When the Dog Bites, and we focused a lot on the bad. And one of the women I interviewed her name is Claudia Vega. She was the principal of Sunset during COVID.
Ooh.
And then after, she was like, yikes. And she's incredible, an amazing principal, but she opened up Who's Books, an independent bookstore here in Oak Cliff. And that was her defining moment of just like, this is a lot. Yeah. Did something like that happen for you when you were like, I just can't be in the classroom anymore?
I think, first I started Dallas Girl Gang, which I know we'll talk about, as a hobby and as a passion project. And I did not intend on it being a business.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was doing. I just did it for fun, and I did it for myself. And so it was this like dichotomy, if that's the right word, of I started this thing and it took off and I was really enjoying it, and it was taking up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
And I had a full-time job, and teaching the experience as a teacher in that job started to just decline and dwindle for me.
Okay.
I love kids, still do. It became really difficult to do my job. The schools that I worked at were not on purpose, but I usually worked in low-income schools or Title I schools, which there's nothing wrong with that, but oftentimes we have a lack of resources.
Yeah.
And sometimes in those schools, the leadership there's a lot of high turnover. So I never had a consistent boss. And then when I did, there's a really interesting dynamic, which is a whole other podcast of education is a very women-dominated field, actually, which is like very unique for other fields in, America. And it's not always the best thing. It was very interesting to see how there was so much ego and so much like non-togetherness and non-community in my experience.
Okay.
It's not everybody's experience. And I was at a very difficult school. We had kids in a program that were struggling with certain behaviors, certain issues, diagnoses, special education. The police were at our school all the time. Kids were running, stabbing people.
Oh my gosh.
Kicking
How
out
old?
windows. I only taught kindergarten through 6th grade.
What?
So, things getting thrown at me, teachers getting injured. And I think one of like the moments for me was a combination of like, wow, I accidentally started a business and now this is actually really fulfilling and I'm making money.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I just got so beat down in my nervous system.
Oh yeah.
Like every day I had to, and I think it took a few years to recover from, I think I really had PTSD after I left.
Yeah.
But it took a long time to recover from what I would encounter with kids and then the lack of support I would have from my bosses and from staff.
You're just like, deal with it.
Or you would call and say, I have a runner, a kid left my room, or I have an evacuation. So sometimes a situation would happen and I would have to evacuate the rest of my kids out and leave the student having a problem in there.
So it was almost like all the joy got taken out.
Yeah, because I couldn't do my job.
Yeah.
And I was teaching music, for crying out loud. Like, we're not even a tested subject. Like, I had the easiest job on campus.
Wow.
And so it's like, I can't even, and once I realized, like, I did not want to do my lesson plans. Can I cuss?
Sure.
I did not give a shit about, like, what curriculum piece we were on in the semester.
You were just burning out.
Yeah, and it was rough. It was just really rough. Like, I started crying a lot. And crying at work, I think is fine. Well, actually, you asked me, can I pinpoint a moment? There was a moment, and I've never actually said this because I'm just now realizing it. I went into a meeting with one of my bosses, and as a teacher, you have to get observed so that you can get certain check marks on and keep your teaching license, whatever. And we had a meeting with my assistant principal, who was my observer, and I was getting sick. So this was it during COVID? I can't remember. And I literally had to go to the bathroom to throw up in the middle of the meeting.
Oh my gosh.
And she said nothing.
She didn't even ask you how you were?
Nope. I had a fever.
What?
It was awful. And I was like,
something's happening here.
What is going on?
Well, where's the humanity at this point? Like, what is...
Like, I didn't understand. I was like, oh my, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want to work for you.
And then in the same vein, you're building this community that's uplifting, inspiring.
And I was like, wow, this is so much more fun.
Yes. Joy is My Middle Name is now streaming on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we want to hear about your journey to joy. Scan this QR code or go directly to the Little Joy Instagram page and DM us your video. And a big shout out to Sophia for sharing this.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm a barista at Little Joy Cafe, and this year watching movies has brought me a lot of joy. Either going to a movie or staying at home with my dog. It's been really relaxing.
Okay, Amanda, we have so many similarities because when you were talking about you were like sick, they didn't ask, like you were crying, you were just like, what is happening? I went on my very first ever like mental leave for 6 months from a tech company. No one really knows this, but I was on leave and then the dog attack happened the next day. So I had already had this leave plan, and then the universe was like, oh, sister, we're really gonna take it.
Prepare.
Yes, and I did. I like had to completely shut down, and it was the best thing that ever happened. However, for me, my moment was I was talking to a girlfriend and I said, every day it feels like I have to put on my armor and go to battle. And she said, sweetheart, we work in tech. And I kind of stopped and she was like, you need to listen to that language. And I was like, okay, I did.
Something's going on.
Something's off. And so I didn't have Dallas Girl Gang at the time. When you were building, I didn't know about it. So for me, last summer, I call it my summer of psychotherapy because went on leave, dog attack happened next day. I couldn't use my hands, I was just in it. And I was on Instagram and it popped up on my personal, and it was you. I think it was a video of you talking about women and connecting. And I was like, I didn't even know this existed in Dallas. Like, I need this because I've been remote since 2015. And so I couldn't use my hands, but I followed that day. So I've been following you.
It's like, how did you do it if you couldn't use your hands?
I know.
It's like with your nose.
Yeah, it was like a little tap, like, okay. But I've been following you since last summer, and then we went to Montenegro, and I've just kind of watched, but it was already a pretty big deal when I came in. So I would love to understand like how you took it from your hobby. I know it was a Facebook page, and then it exploded. Like, what was that like? And how did you know, another question, it's time to quit, I can fully dive into this?
I started Dallas Girl Gang because I myself was looking for community, just like we all are. When we moved back to Dallas, it was kind of like starting over. My family's here, great, but college friends, everybody's spread out after high school, after college, and you're entering early adulthood, and you're like, I still don't know who I am, and who am I in my professional life, and so I went to some events, started a Facebook group, invited some people that I had met at these events to the group because we wanted to stay connected, and a group text was like going to be annoying. And so it was 2017. So you start a Facebook group.
Yeah, as one does.
As one does.
Yes.
And I think because the name is very searchable, it has the word Dallas in it. It's very SEO friendly.
Yeah.
If you want to get like technical. And then my approach has always been leaving a seat for everyone at the table, which is something a lot of people say nowadays, and it sounds very cliche, but I couldn't find a community that was very inclusive, that felt like home and felt welcoming. And so that's what I wanted to create.
So you just created it.
I was like, I could do that. Like, especially like my life growing up in church, I was around programming and events and like leading people and putting people together all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I can do that. That's not hard. So essentially now what it is a community online in person for women looking for friendship or career or small business support. Not even small business support, but just like business owner, entrepreneurship support. And we do that through our monthly events at Supper Club. Sometimes we will do additional events just for fun. Like we're doing a Girl Gang walk here at the end of November just because I wanted to and I thought it sounded fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be out of town, so why not? We have our Boss Vision Conference, which is every fall for female founders and entrepreneurs, which people from DFW and across the country come to. That we bring in and fly in expert speakers and sometimes celebrities to headline. And then we have our membership called the Momentum Network, which is for female founders and entrepreneurs, very intentional resources, communities, in-person, online. And then on the B2B side, we work with brands and companies, corporate or local, to support what we're doing, but also to give people resources and create fun content. And it's really wild that this is my job. Like, this is what I do. I never thought I would do something like this. Like I said, I went to school for music education.
Yeah.
I did not go to business school. That's what we do, and that's what it is now.
So you've talked to all sorts of women, celebrities, people from all over. Who has resonated with you the most? Like, is there someone that sticks out, someone that's changed the way you view things, or like, I can do this and I'm a badass at it? I'd love to know.
Oh gosh. I mean, it's kind of wild. I can't believe some of the women I've been able to like sit next to like this.
Yeah.
And interview or speak with on a stage with. Candace Nelson is one who she's the founder of Sprinkles, Cupcakes, national chain.
Yeah.
And now Pizzana is her new pizza concepts. Dallas, LA. She was so like kind and encouraging and just saw me as a fellow business owner, which is very kind. And she actually found me. Don't know how. Don't ask. I still don't know.
Maybe like me, just couldn't use her hands.
Right? Maybe. Who else? Lori Harder is absolutely just insanely also generous and kind. She has been in business for 15, 20 years. Her and her husband, Chris, live in California. They have a mastermind together. She founded a company called Glossy, which is a hydration supplement brand. She does like so many things, and she's given me really good advice, just out of the kindness of her heart, which is amazing.
Okay.
I don't know.
However, think about it. That's you now to me. So you are paying it back. I just reached out to you on Instagram and I was like, I love You Can Sit With Us, by the way, because I love Mean Girls so much, the musical, the movie, all of it. And I just said, I would love to work. I don't know how we can work together or what this will be, but I'd love for you to come in the coffee shop. And you did.
Yeah.
You could have ignored me. You could have said no. You could have done anything, but you are like Lori. Like you did that for me. And now I want to do that for other women. Do you think like are you just naturally that person? Or do you think this journey has helped you become that person?
I think this journey has helped me become that person. Also, I don't see it like when you reached out, I didn't see it as like I was doing you a favor. Like I'm truly, I love it. It makes me feel so special when people like you, local business owners, reach out and care enough to say, I see what you're doing. That's so encouraging to me. Like that I would be invited to your shop just to hang out and like you treat me to a coffee, like passenger princess status. Like I felt so, it was like so nice. I think there's a lot of times like we get reached out to about all kinds of things and pitched different ideas and and in that regard, like not everything is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Or like something I've encouraged our community and the Momentum Network especially is like, not everything is worth your time. Oh. And you really have to sit with like, what do you want? What do you value? And then pursue that. And so for me, like meeting people, building relationships with people that are probably really great people that I probably should just have in my life, like you, that's worth my time. Regardless of like where it goes, what happens, if I make money from something, like if we do something really cool, like, or it's just like, I have a really great person in my pocket now to be a friend to, ask questions. Another friend of mine, Haley Westfall, she lives in Arizona. She's also a community leader, like has a community brand, entrepreneur, business owner. And she's one of those people that is one of my peers, but also one of my close friends that has really like kind of put a mirror up to me and said, you need to remember who you are. Like, what are you talking about? And we both do very similar things. We host conferences, we host events, we curate these spaces, and we draw in very similar crowds of people, but we don't see each other as like competition, and we don't live in the same state. Even if we lived in the same state, like I think we would still be besties. Yeah. But yeah, it's wild.
I think for me, what is so important about what you're doing, and I am in a lot of, I'm not going to name names, but kind of bigger, like nationwide groups. And what was missing was like the intimacy and the connection. And I work in tech, so I'm online all day looking at a screen. And when I realized not only like, of course, Dallas, but you were not that far away from me. It was like, I'm craving this so much. And also I work with all men all the time.
Yep.
So my dream here is to empower women and hire women and work with women partners and like be in this space. And then to be around other business owners who are women, I'm like, oh, hi.
It's really fun.
It's so fun.
Like we're a lot of fun. Here's the thing, I think sometimes like female entrepreneur pockets of people or communities or what have you, I think people on the outside can look at that and be like, oh, like they're having fun. But also like, we mean business.
Yes.
We're doing real things, real work, making real impact, but also like we're not gonna be super buttoned up or serious about it because like life is too short.
Girl, I
be
am now
bored.
on my LinkedIn. It literally says resident silly goose and joy spreader. As my bio.
President of Silly Goose Nation.
Yes, I'm the president because I have done things in corporate their way, and I've wanted to just leave and
Vomit.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yes, and so this year I was like, if I'm going to stay in corporate, I'm going to do it my way, and we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
And now we're doing it, and I'm having more fun than I've ever had.
And I can't imagine a personality like you having to stay like really buttoned up and super straight face. It doesn't mean you wouldn't be professional, but I think it was the thing actually in my teaching job too. Like I saw other people I worked with like having fun and having camaraderie, but they had worked there for 20 years or they had worked there for a long time or what have you. And I just didn't have that. And I couldn't find that. And I have to have that. Yeah. My personality is like, I'm an oldest daughter.
Same.
We talked about this. Yes.
Same.
Oldest daughter of 3.
4. There's 4 of us. Yeah.
And like, I'm not a big like zodiac person, but like, I think I'm a Gemini. I was born in June, the middle of June. Like, I have to have fun and I have to be filled by good things and good people and good good stuff and good faith and like whatever. And that job just became more draining. Yeah. Because it was like everything was a bitch session or everyone was miserable. So I was like, oh my God, we're all miserable. No one's having fun. Get me out of here.
So I'm going to create it.
Yeah.
Kind of like this. I'm going to create it. It's going to be joy. We're going to create it. It's going to be the most joy you've ever experienced. To learn more about today's guest, Amanda Smith, check out her Instagram at Dallas Girl Gang. Oh, where did this come from?
I found it. I was like, we have enough of these last night. I'm just going to sneak her one.
Thank you. So let's talk about last night.
Okay.
I love how creative you got. So I know you have the supper club with Momentum.
The supper club is open.
Oh, it's just open.
Yep, to everybody.
Is that every month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw a video that you did on Instagram. Okay. And it was like, ladies, we're going to Taco Bueno. And I was like, say less because I'm there.
I was so happy that people were like excited. Anyway.
It was so inspiring. And last night it was late and I had stuff with the kids and I was like, no, I want to go. I want to see what this is like because I love when people get creative and they're like, I'm going to create something in something that probably doesn't belong. But it did. It made sense. There was balloons. There was food. There was so many women. And I met that, Killer Joe, Christine, and it was so inspiring. Is that kind of how you've done this? Just like, we're just going to try it. We're just going to make it work.
I think more and more I've gotten braver to just, we're going to make it work.
We're just going to try this.
I think especially post-COVID, we've been forced to make it work in a lot of aspects because being such an in-person community, like COVID really hacked a bunch of stuff up. And I was like, ooh, how are we going to make money? There was also a short stint in between like 2020 to 2020, early 2023, where I was a business coach and I built this personal brand and la-di-da. And so there was like additional revenue coming in from there. But yeah, I think, when I started this, like I said, I just started a Facebook group. I didn't do this on purpose as a business. I had no business plan. Don't ask me that question because I didn't have one. Now I would give you great business advice, but I would not tell you what I did then. And I think my thought has always been like, why not me?
Yes, I think that all the time.
Why can't I try, even if it feels really awkward or even if it feels like, I don't know if this is going to work, or even if it feels like, people are gonna think I'm weird or like
better. It's
even
crazy.
Better. And now, especially like some advice I got from Lori Harder. I went to Create Cultivate's conference this last July with my business partner Danielle, who we co-own Playbook Marketing together, our marketing agency. And so her and I went to this conference, ran into Lori there, and just was chatting it up by the bathroom, waiting in line for the bathroom because there were thousands of people there. And I asked her a question. I said, hey, I have this opportunity. I'm super nervous about like pursuing it. I don't know what people are going to think. And she was like, why don't you just try and see how it goes and see what happens?
Yeah.
She was like, run the risk analysis. Is it going to put you out of house and home, or is it only going to benefit you, or are there like very little downsides? And I was like, I'm overthinking this.
Yeah.
Like I should just try.
Yeah.
Because there's really no downside, you know?
Yes. So that was going to be one of my last questions. So for me, where I've gotten to through this journey is, does this bring me joy or not? It's a very, very simple. If it doesn't, it's a hard no. If it does, it's a hell yes. And it's so easy to kind of look at things through that lens. And you're talking about time and what to invest in. What is like your motivating, like, is it joy? Is it curiosity? Is it, I'm going to feel courage? Like what is it for you?
I think of it this way. We did a 2026 planning session inside of the Momentum Network yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
You are so busy.
I don't even know what day it is.
Done. I love it. Me too.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to take off some time for Thanksgiving, so it's been a busy season. I said, here's how I like to approach goals more than I ever have. If you can look at your different goals and then rate it on a 1 to 5 as far as how aligned you are with it in your heart, in the revenue it could bring, and does it align with your values? If anything's scoring less than a 3, you need to reconsider that goal.
Ooh,
because
I like that.
maybe you're just putting something on your list that you think you should do, or that like looks good. Okay. And so all that to say, I think my motivation for like continuing to move forward and all these things is like, yes, does it bring me joy? Is this something that's going to fill me up in some regard, even a little bit?
Yeah.
Is it good for the business? Profitability wise, brand visibility, growth, opportunities, and really, is it good for our community? Like, is this going to positively impact the women in our community who need friends, need jobs or career support, or need to grow their small or emerging business? That's the lens that I can run it through. I think also, like, for me personally, like, I have a faith in God. I've been raised in the church. That's my belief. I really feel like this is what I was called to do. The past few years, it's felt so difficult to continue to do it.
Ooh.
Because economically, like politically, so many different factors. But I think the biggest thing that really drives me is like, this is my purpose, and I'm hell bent on making sure that I get to do this as long as I know I'm supposed to do it, if that makes sense. Even if it's very hard or crazy.
I love it. Thank you so much. I feel like I just came to a master class. I feel like you could be at a conference, like giving this speech, and I would be like, yes, notes, scaling, got it. Like, because my corporate brain, like, it's just the way that you have grown and how authentic you show up online. It's such an inspiration to me. So thank you. I'm gonna get emotional, but I just really appreciate it. I'm so excited about this friendship. I'm so excited.
And I'm so thankful too, because I left a few weeks ago just from sitting here with you, just so grateful. And I was like, I just had the coolest morning. And I stayed here for like 4 hours. And I was like, I should probably go.
Yeah, we were working next to each other.
Like hanging out.
I know.
So thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for joining on Joy is My Middle Name. That's what we are here to talk about. I can't wait to see where we go together.
Thanks so much.
Joy is My Middle Name is now streaming on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe.